members should have them in your packets. Are there any changes, additions? If not, do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Mr. Cannon.
Second.
Second by Mr. Lancaster. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. We will now proceed to swear in everyone who wishes to speak this evening. I believe everyone has signed in who wishes to speak. So, Charlie, if you would do the honors.
Stand, raise your right hand, please. You swear or affirm whatever you're to say tonight, to whichever application be the truth to the best of your information, believe. Thank you.
Thank you all. We have two applications on the docket, or the agenda this evening. We'll take them just in the order that we see on the agenda. The first one is S-4-14, Lucas Murphy requesting a conditional use permit for a retail nursery / greenhouse at 3432 Newtown Pike in an A1 zone. Is Mr. Murphy here? Would you please, and ask everyone if you're going to speak, if you would please come to the podium and speak into the microphone, because we do record all these. Thank you. Please proceed.
I'm here to request a variance in the Agricultural 1 district to allow for retail sales in a nursery greenhouse business on the proposed location of 3432 Newtown Pike.
Can you describe in a little more detail just what you plan to do there? What kind of buildings you intend to construct,
be,
site access issues, those sorts of things?
This will be not a permanent business location. A greenhouse will be a pole structure with plastic covering that is easily dismantled and moved. The business will be open just for 3 months in the springtime and 2 months in the fall. The rest of the time, the location is the primary residence. I'm sorry, what other questions do you have?
You were going to be a one greenhouse?
Currently, I'm only
right now,
applying
and
for
then
one
later.
greenhouse.
Okay.
If the business is successful, I will apply for additional buildings, for structures.
In the staff report that lists 5 conditions, have you reviewed those conditions with staff, and do you have any issues with complying with those 5 conditions?
I do not have any issues, and I have applied for most of those already.
Okay. Please.
We actually met in the office earlier and we're reviewing Joe's conditions of approval. One of them was the gravel drive is something that this board can't review and approve. It would be something that needs to go to the full planning commission if you do want to pursue gravel, and I just wanted to clarify whether you were pursuing gravel or if you were going to pursue paved driveways.
I would like to move on to the next commission to pursue the possibility of a gravel driveway with a permeable surface for the location.
So if we were to approve this, that it is not an approval of the gravel driveway. That is beyond our purview.
Correct.
One of the conditions would be that they would need further review for the gravel.
Now, you've got a gravel driveway in there now, haven't you?
Correct.
They've got to review it to make sure it's all right, you mean? Or are they going to put another gravel driveway by? Or where are you going in?
It's to approve it. The gravel driveway currently is for a primary residence and not a business. And that's what.
So you're putting another road in, or it's gonna serve as a?
No, it's
It's going to be the same one?
It's going to be the same one.
Okay.
Yes.
I know where you're right down from me.
Yeah.
So-
The part up in the front field will be for business only.
Okay.
There's an additional site plan that the applicant submitted that was in the handout that I gave you today. It'll give you an idea of the layout of the site.
Did I not read in here somewhere that we have approved similar type uses in similarly zoned areas in the county?
Yes.
Do we know how many times we've done that?
I don't have that number.
Okay, more than once though is what I think I
On
hear
down
you saying.
922, we've approved various things for some berries or something up there.
Yeah.
Right on down from,
Okay.
well, almost to New Zion.
Okay.
They're about a mile, probably still designed, but.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
This is not unprecedented then?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay.
What, isn't, Evans, same sort of thing?
Yeah,
Evans
Evans is,
Orchard.
yeah.
Except much larger?
Yeah, much larger, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Does anyone else here wish to speak to this application, either in favor of it or against it?
You might wanna just get up and state that.
Okay, I didn't sign up for this.
Then you'll-
On the sheet.
You'll need to sign in, and then you'll need to be sworn in.
I'm actually the landowner, and I'm leasing him the space
Okay.
for the nursery.
Just, can
So-
you raise your right hand, we'll swear for you in?
Okay.
You swear affirm what you're about to say the truth, the best information you will.
I do.
Thank you, sir.
And please state your name, if you would.
I'm Jeffrey Gillespie, and I'm the owner at 3432 Newtown Pike. So my question was, I was asking her real quick,
Certainly.
when we come to the next meeting on Tuesday for asking for a variance for gravel as opposed to blacktop, since it's my farm and I already have the gravel driveway, am I the one who is supposed to be coming in and asking for that, or is it the business that I'm leasing to?
That's really not before this board. I don't know
No,
if Megan, you
just-
want, or
it's
Charlie
different.
want.
It's really both of them.
Okay.
I mean, because you both.
Yeah, 'cause
you're
we have a
leasing it
lease.
To him, you being an owner, you both have an interest in the
Okay.
application, so you're really both.
Okay.
Primary parties in this process.
That'll be with planning commission though, not with us.
Question, Megan, what, and maybe I was just confused by the way it was stated, but it's basically just a, development plan that's required.
Yes.
It's not specifically, approval of gravel, it's a development plan.
It's approval of a development plan, which would include approval of a variance or a waiver to the subdivision and development regulations regarding gravel.
Okay, because both of the other two have gravel.
Right.
I don't see that as being major, but it certainly is a development
Yeah.
plan requirement. But my next question is, since the next meeting is just a week, is the filing deadline and all that gonna be waived, or else they kinda missed the spring? Or at least a chunk of spring?
I think that would maybe be something to discuss. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to communicate that with Joe because I hadn't seen this before he went on vacation. I think there could be a way to make that work, but it would skip the TRC process, which might have been one of the reasons that it would go to
That he went
planning
on
commission.
vacation? Oh.
No. If planning commission is going to review it, we might want to get additional comments. But we could reach out to some of those technical review committee members if we needed to get comments from them and see if it could come on next Thursday's meeting. I don't know about public notice requirements. I mean, they should have gotten this notice and then could have come here and then forward on. I know that next Thursday's agenda is on the lighter side, so it would actually
She's already.
possibly
approved
work
mine.
to do that. I mean, especially because delaying it would kind of create a problem for the applicant if he's hoping to
Sure.
operate within the
Sure.
in
If
next
I
few
could
months.
just suggest, I mean, that is a P and Z matter, but it might not be a bad plan just to make, if in fact there's an approval motion made, to include in it a recommendation that if they can, to waive the filing. I mean, it's still up to the commission, but just as a suggestion, in addition to if you could waive the filing, advanced filing requirement, to save it another month.
Can I follow up to that? Is Charlie, in your opinion, would that meet the notification requirements?
Well,
or
and I hate to say this, because we just had a big blow up over the same kind of thing. It would be the exact same answer that I gave on, the blow up out here on South Broadway. That's a procedural requirement of ours. It is not a due process requirement. It's not a state law requirement. So in that sense, we've got the same blow up potential, but it is not a requirement. And if in fact it satisfies our development plan requirements, we don't have to have a public notice of anything. But we have chosen to adopt that as a local procedure, and so we did. And the blow-up I'm talking about, they mixed up somewhere, addresses, I think it was. And so people didn't get it. It was also a more concentrated development. It was in town, lots of neighbors. I mean, it's tailor-made for a blow-up.
For this meeting.
But my answer to that one was, that's a local procedural requirement. It is not a due process. It is not a state
Mhm.
law. It is nothing. We could repeal it tomorrow and not have it at all. So in that one, we allowed people to come in and express their opinions, but it didn't change anything because the development plan met all our regs, and so we had no choice but to approve a development plan that meets our regs.
I guess the other thing would be, there was public notice for this meeting, and if someone were concerned, they would be
Yes,
here.
And that does add a great deal of extra protection, if you will, comfort level to this one that we didn't have in the other one.
But I'm not sure I really want to, how much I want to mix and match what we do with what the planning commission does. I mean, I really kind of think we should approve this or not approve it, and I don't know how much I like the idea of
And
making
that's-
recommendations as far as what the planning commission should or shouldn't do.
That's entirely up to you guys.
Yeah.
To do, that's just a suggestion I made.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you need to do that, I'm saying
Okay.
you could do that.
I appreciate it. I would prefer not to, but I appreciate what you're saying. Anything else, Megan? Anyone else to speak to this at all? Questions by board members? Further discussion?
Anybody against it?
No apparently has filed
against it.
anything against it. No.
He actually has a letter somebody wrote, a neighbor.
That is the landowner on 3 sides of the property.
Yeah.
Is that Betty?
It's basically a
Maybe
horseshoe
we-
property
yeah,
hidden around you.
yeah.
Randall.
Yeah, so. We're okay there.
Do we have a motion for action on this application?
I move that we accept this application with the special conditions, 1 through 5, to be with the applicant.
I'll just ask, do you wish to add an additional condition, which is one Charlie suggested, which would be a recommendation to the planning commission that they waive their...
Not at this time, no.
Okay, so just with the 5 that are stated in
Mhm.
the... Okay. Recommendation by Mr. Lancaster. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Cannon, any further discussion before we take a vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Excuse me, Johnny, did you second that?
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry. The application is approved. Thank you very much.
We also need to put the addendum about the gravel to the.
Beg pardon?
Commission. I think we have to put the addendum about the gravel on the master list. Add that to the list.
Gillespie, is that his name?
Mhm, the last one. Uh-huh.
That was,
He owns the
one of the,
property.
No,
So I
actually,
guess
that
he's
was
leasing
like
it.
all conditions. She added it in later.
It's also a regulatory requirement, so it's not just a matter of it's part of your.
Is that
basic
past
skill
year?
set.
Mhm.
So,
it talks about a paved variance that's obtained from the planning commission board.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says.
It's in there.
that
They gotta go to planning commission.
Farmed. With, oh,
Taylor, number
I
2.
farmed.
All right. All right, with that, we'll proceed to our second application this evening, S-5-14. Sam, I'm gonna mispronounce this name, Elongi? Elgani. I knew I'd blow that, Mr. Elgani.
That's pretty close, though.
Thank you, I feel better. Requesting a variance for an existing pool house built approximately 1 foot from the property line at 520 Cane Run Road in an A1 district. Mr. Elongi. Or
Sam.
you're
Sam Algani.
Sam Elgani, okay,
Yes. 520 Campbell Road.
okay? Go ahead and present, and just tell us what you want to do.
Okay, what my request for the pool house, we have that's additional, is already built before, but in a kind of storage area. By the time we fix the pool good and we add the addition, make it looks better than where it used to be storage. And we didn't have permission or license to build that time. I mean, we have kind of like a small. And we are in the process now to sell the house, my house, to sell it, but the real estate saying this doesn't show in include the property, and we need to address that to add it to the whole house.
Oh, that's how it was discovered then, it was.
Yeah,
it
we
was
find
being
out, you know,
sold
we
and
have
It was
to-
brought up, okay.
And,
Excuse me, when was the pool house built?
sorry?
When was the pool house built?
The pool is already built. I mean, I bought the house anew with the pool and small storage.
Oh, so what we're talking about, you didn't just build that, it was already there.
It sounds
It's-
like,
it's small.
did you build the pool house though?
Can I
Yeah, yeah, he's the
Please.
builder here with me. Come on down.
Evening, gentlemen. Sam's my neighbor. He bought the property off me, Miss Baker. And all he done was take an existing building and remodel it to make it more feasible. He's only got 3/4 of an acre there. And he ain't got much room to do nothing with. And we've got no problem with his building being right on the property line. And, you know, that's the whole key. But he does have his property up for sale. And the realty people says because it never was on the plat or something, that they can't actually sell it. Because it's a nice building now. And, but we was told that we need to come here to get a variance to say it's all right to have this building 1 foot from the property. And I understand the variances out there are 50 foot. And, can't hardly get 50 foot on a 90-foot lot. I think that's about what it's wide.
But I think to Charlie's original question, when was the initial pool house built?
Oh, the new house was built, but the pool was existing and the old storage shed was existing. I can't, it's been over 25 years.
That's,
What do you think,
and that's
Mr.
it,
Baker?
can you say it was pre-2000 or pre-1990 or pre-anything?
It was probably 1993, something like that.
Okay.
So
Okay. So
that's far back as my memory knows on the place.
So the storage building was built circa 1993, and then the recent work didn't expand it? It really just.
We did make it a little bit bigger. I'm one of the ones that helped him do it, so we did make it a little bit bigger.
When you made it bigger, did you go closer to
No.
the property line, or did you go out?
We had to go sideways. We couldn't get no.
It was already a foot from the
Yeah,
property
it was
line, built
already
that
on
way
the
in
property line.
93. So we didn't go any closer to the property line with the
Mhm.
remodeling. Okay.
Who did you buy it from? John Sharp?
Miss Baker was raised in the
Oh,
place.
okay.
So it's been in her family for all your life, pretty much.
Well, that's good, 'cause we don't approve anything, John Sharp.
So you also.
I wasn't going into that, okay?
We're gonna leave that alone, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and see, we bought the property that wraps around the place.
Yeah, right.
And,
Okay.
and then the old house burnt down, and we got a variance to build the house back.
Right.
And in return, we moved into the property that wraps around his property now.
Gotcha.
And then he bought it off of us.
I only know what I've read in this
Okay.
staff report. Was the existing residence, you got approval to build at that location
Is this it?
several years ago as
Yep.
well?
Mhm.
Or is this it?
This is over at the
Okay.
left, Johnny.
That's the pool. That's the pool.
This one right here, it's.
So
even
on
cut
this
front.
photo here, is this the Sharps property over here? Is this the Sharp property over here going down Cane Run?
This would be the Sharps property. That's 520 at Sam's joint, and that's the pool house right there.
And where's your
My
property?
property.
You're right here.
Wraps all around him. This gravel lane goes between us and Jan, and that's my junkyard back there.
Oh, this is your property back here as well?
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
That's all 526 Cane Run Road.
okay.
And he, like I said, he's just got this little 3 acre.
He's got this right here.
3/4 of an acre
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah.
And let's see, his privacy fence runs right down. I can't see.
Right
the
here.
glass. There it goes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this building was on this corner all the time?
No, this ain't the building, this is.
This is the
we're talking
building?
about, yes, and we just made it longer, that's all we done.
Okay.
This is your house right here.
Yeah, the one with the chicken roof.
Who lives here?
Oh, this is Naomi Stakeland,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I didn't know she still lived there.
Yeah, she's.
But look at your line down through there. The line, is that the property line?
Those are probably not exact
Yeah.
property lines.
All right, well, that don't-
Actually,
That don't make a difference.
it's close.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know, I know.
Kinda runs through the building.
I didn't know Nine was still living there.
They're close. They're approximations.
You're not.
You're not going to
We
make
have
it.
to put that disclaimer.
Huh?
That's right. They're not
I know it,
certified.
that's what I, you know.
Yeah.
I know what
It's
you're
almost a
looking.
grandfather.
The staff report recommends approval with two conditions. If you had a chance to review the conditions and have any problem with complying with the two conditions, you may want to look at those with
What's the
Megan.
two conditions?
Yes, we have approved.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Bill,
Yes,
Frank,
we
Steve, Bill.
Yes.
I think you can.
Yes.
Do you want to ask about the septic? That was one of Joe's questions.
Septic tank is big, I mean.
Just-
Well, it's a new-
It wasn't clear to him where it was, or.
All right, the septic system is in the 3/4 acre lot up in the front yard. That's the only thing you have to put it.
Yeah.
But it's a new system. We put it in when we built the house.
Okay.
And, it's rated for, and, well, I can't remember what it's rated for, so I better not say.
In the end, it would have to be approved by the health department or not, or this
Oh, that's
this
fine.
action is null and void, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's no problem to have the health department come out there and check it.
Okay.
And the other thing is, to get, permits from Scott County Building Inspection. I think you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else wish to speak regarding this application?
A move that we approve.
Motion
With the
to,
two con-
With the conditions?
With the two conditions.
motion to approve, subject to the staff report with the two conditions by Mr. Poston. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Mr. Cannon seconds the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Application is approved.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you. Megan, you have any other business for us this evening? It's not on the agenda?
There's nothing, super big. I did have a note from Joe. He said if anyone asked, the Sadieville sign package for Love's was approved as submitted. He's waiting to write a letter because they're gonna approve the minutes next week. And then the landscaping, I'm not finding the note right now, but there was a landscaping application that you saw recently. They've just submitted their new landscaping plan to meet those conditions, so Joe will be reviewing that as well when he returns.
Good.
Good,
Might-
we just asked about
We were
that.
just talking about that before the meeting. Might be worth taking a look at where we stand with respect to our training, our annual training that we have to have. I'm not sure
Okay.
where, I think I'm in compliance. I'm not sure when
I can take a look at our
Can you do that?
records and send you guys an update of,
If you would, please tell us
Sure.
how we stand. Who needs to get retrained by
I'm
when?
good.
Would help helpful.
sure.
And then,
You know you're due?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sure,
Okay,
I am.
I'm just not sure of the
I
dates.
talked to Joe about it last week.
And at any time you want to get extra hours, you can come into our office and we can do online training programs. And if you do those in our office, we can verify that you have done the training. Or you can also go to any other programs that you find that would qualify. So I'll send out an update though. of
Thank you. We
The hour
appreciate that.
log.
Board members, any other business? If not, we're adjourned.